A few years ago, I was, actually a couple of years ago, I was listening to a commencement address given at a university, and I don't remember what university it was, but I know the commencement speaker was Denzel Washington. And he was giving the graduates some life advice, and he threw out a lot of good things. And I remember a lot of what he said, but one thing in particular that I remember is that he said that dreams without goals are simply dreams, and they fuel disappointment. And I've never forgot that. I've always remembered that at some point you have to wake up from that dream and take some action, make a plan, something to make it a goal, okay? And I've been in that stage for a long time, and I was out running. I've been thinking about this the past couple of days, but it really became clear to me today that just as you can get caught in the dream phase, you've been dreaming about something for weeks and months and years, and you've never gotten up, you've never made any kind of a plan, you've never set any kind of a goal, it's just been a dream. You can get just as equally mired in the muck in the goal phase as well, because that's where I've been for years. You know, you start making goals and you start working on it. You start making plans, doing research, working on that pros and cons list that I talked about the other day. Once you get that pros and cons list finalized, you spend a couple of brief moments perusing the pros, and then you spend countless hours meticulously cataloging the cons. So you can certainly get stuck there. All right, that's a place you can get stuck during goals. Excuse me. Mel Robbins referred to a condition that I've been stuck in for years now. I believe she coined the phrase. If not, she certainly popularized it. It's called analysis paralysis. That's a big part of goals, analyzing. You analyze the demographics, you analyze the statistics, you analyze the chances for your profits and your losses, your chances for success and failures. That's what analyzing is. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you can get so mired down in it that you develop a condition called analysis paralysis. You're so focused on your analysis, or you've let your analysis scare you to such a point that you're paralyzed. You can't move beyond the goal setting, okay? That transition. The transition from goals to action. Okay? I've made it from the dreams. I've spent a couple of years on the goals, and I've analyzed every possible outcome you can imagine. And now I'm working on making that transition from the goals to an action. You absolutely have to marry an action with your goal if you want any possible chance of a good outcome for you. And you have agency over that. That is something you can control. Okay? It's as simple as putting on your shoes and walking out the door. That's what I do. I talked about it in another video not too long ago. I talked about following the blind urge. I followed it from my dreams right into the goal setting phase, and I have been just mired in the goal setting stage for years. So now I've kind of broke out of it. I've started this business that I have absolutely no idea what my product is. I have no idea how to monetize it. I have conducted no focus groups. I don't know who my target demographic is. I don't know what my end goal is. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to get there. But I'm acting on it. That's what this is. These talks, these motivational, inspirational meanderings through the thoughts that are in my mind is ultimately leading me in the direction where my business is going to go. As Rumi said, if you step out on the path, the way will appear. All right, that's what I'm doing. That's why I do these videos. That's why I wake up every morning and I make sure I'm physically fit. I run, I bike, I hike, I do something. I don't know what the end game is. I don't know when I'm going to do the run across Florida or the bike across the country, but I know it's coming, and it has something to do with Resolve life training. I don't know the direction yet, but I have been stuck in analysis paralysis for a couple of years now. So now I've stepped out on the way. I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my running, I'm doing my biking, I'm doing my speaking, I'm doing my studying, I'm doing my research, I'm putting out content on the internet, I'm taking very direct steps to improve the content and the frequency of it. And I do not know to what ends. I don't know where it's going to go. I know it has something to do with Resolve Life Training, and I know that everything I'm doing now is a part of it, and that's all I know. I'm hoping, as Rumi said, I've stepped out onto the path. I'm waiting and I'm trusting that the way will appear. Okay? So, I'm telling you, I guess, that maybe some of you are stuck where I've been stuck. Analysis paralysis. Okay? Maybe it's time to marry some actions with your goals. And what I guess I'm going even beyond that. I'm telling you, it may not even be necessary to know to what end and purpose the actions are for. You may not know what to do, but you certainly know what not to do now. You cannot just wallow in the mire of analysis and goal planning. There has to be some kind of action. Anything you want good, anything you want in life that's good is available to you, but you are going to face some resistance in your pursuit of it. So what I suggest is wander away from the goal setting, the analysis, the planning. Wander away from that and take some action. Metaphorically speaking, put on that suit of armor and walk into battle. You may have to sort out the particulars when you get there, but if you're anything like me, there's a good chance that you have been stuck in the goal setting phase for too long, and it's comfortable. You know, it's comfortable. It's kind of an insidious conundrum. You are in the goal setting phase, so it's very easy to tell everybody, I'm planning. Don't worry, I'm in the goal setting phase. I'm working on my business. I'm working on my diet. I'm working on my weightlifting. I'm working on the promotion. I'm working on the corner office with the private bathroom. I'm working on the raise. I'm working on it because technically you are in the goal setting phase. So it serves a couple of purposes. One, you feel very comfortable because you get to brag to people that you are technically working on it. But secondly, there's really no danger in the goal setting phase. You haven't let the ship away from the shore. You haven't taken it out to sea yet. So it's a very comfortable place to be. And that's where I've been for a couple of years now, very, very comfortably in the goal setting phase. And about a month ago, I stepped away from that. All right, a ship in the port is safe, but that's not what ships are designed for. So that's why I've set out on Resolve Life Training. Hell, I'm giving away my best shit for free. I have no idea how to monetize it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay? I don't even know what my end product's going to be, but I'll figure that out too. I know. Let me take that back. What I should say is I know what not to do. I don't know what I'm doing with Resolve Life Training, but I know what not to do. And I know not to sit on the dock for the next 2 years. I've done that and accomplished nothing. So that's kind of what I wanted to get out to you. I've been thinking about it for a couple of days. I just took a nice hard run. I'm in Orlando. I've got a group up here on the bus. If you can't tell, I'm sitting on a 45-foot tour bus. I got a bunch of kids inside Universal Studios here in Orlando, Florida, and I had a few hours to myself, so I thought I would make the most out of it and go get a run. And you know me, if I'm going to have any inspiration, it's going to happen when I'm running or biking. So some of the thoughts I've been working on, I guess I kind of finalized. And that's what I wanted to give you. It's good to move from dreams to goals. Do not get stuck in goals. At some point, you must marry an action to your goal, and you have complete agency over that. You can do it anytime you want.